It's time to take off your clothes, enjoy clothes-free living, and join us for Naked, Nudists, and Naturists.
Welcome to Naked, Nudists, and Naturist, the show that celebrates clothes-free living for all. I'm your host, Frank Stone.
And I'm your correspondent, Lisa Monroe, and I'll be reporting on all things within the Naturist community. So it's time to get naked and join us.
And enjoy clothes-free living on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists. Well, greetings and welcome into Naked, Nudists, and Naturist, episode 65 today. We've been waiting all week for you to show up. It's been 167 hours since we've seen you. Glad that you are here living the life and ready to enjoy the next hour, clothes-free living for all of the right reasons. And now let's get to part two of my interview with Chevy, the vice president of the board from the Dell Ranch in California.
In 2019, in October, it was sold. Robert and Rebecca Kilborn sold the property to investors. We were introduced to the owners. We were introduced to Mark and Brian as the owners. And we were told that there was a silent owner that we didn't know about. And then just recently in November of 2023, we were told about Tina being the other owner.
Tina was the silent owner for a while?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay.
That's how it seems.
And is she more the managing partner, the one who has either eyes on or hands on the resort?
She's the one that has been managing a lot of what's going on. She's not here full time, so she does have a manager on site for her. Tina has promised numerous times that she's going to stay nudist, allow us to stay nudist. She's told us numerous times that she doesn't care what we do on the property as long as we're not doing damage, basically.
Again, Chevy from Dell RV Ranch out in California. Chevy, go out there and have a great clothes-free day. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Have you heard some music sneaking in? I certainly have. That can only mean one thing. It's time for the great, the terrific, the fully over-the-top, our Naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe.
Apparently, there are more Swedes are becoming naturists. There's a new kind of trend that happened, I think, basically because of the lockdown, the pandemic. And now people are embracing going to saunas and being naked and just embracing it more than they did before.
Did they explain why?
Well, basically, during the pandemic, they had Europeans couldn't travel like we couldn't travel. Right. And so I think in this part of it was discussing Europeans in general and Swedes in particular. And so to go to different places to bathe nude, like Spain. Spain is, according to this article, the place to go in Europe if you want to experience naturism. It is the most receptive to naturism of all the European countries.
Lisa Monroe, with that, we do have to head for the hills to get to the interview, but do your best to have a terrific clothes-free week this week. I'll do the same now that the contractors are gone, and we'll see you next time.
All righty, you too. Thanks, Frank. Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye. Now let's get to part one of my interview with Izaera from Canada. He's written the book Naked, Shameless, Human, and Free.
Going out there and putting out awareness about naturism out into the public is something that's desperately needed because, there are a lot of people that want to experience it and just know nothing about it. So the World Naked Bike Ride is about protesting the use of fossil fuels and the consumption of automobiles and the lack of, and Toronto is the worst case scenario for the lack of public transit. I mean, we've got a system, yeah. It's fairly good, but still, it does not cover nearly as much as something like New York City or London, England, for that matter, right? The system seriously lacks. So we do a serious protest every year about that. And we want to, I hate to use the word normalize communal nudity because it's natural. It's something that we should be. Yeah. So being part of that event, I think, is important for us.
The terrific Izaera, lots of great ideas about living our lives. He's an author from Canada, and he's written the book Naked, Shameless, Human, and Free. And next week on episode 66, part 2 of my interview with Izaera. Well, you've been listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturist, episode 65 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked, Nudists, and Naturist.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked, Nudists, and Naturist. Have a great clothes-free day.